That's bad.
Alright, so it's investigation day here at the shop. Working on the Mustang, tearing it apart. Started on this a few hours ago. Basically, I was just going through, messing with different things in the shop, halfway cleaning up. And then I was like, you know what? I just need to figure out what's wrong with this car. I was pretty sure that it blew a head gasket because I'd fired up and within 30 seconds it had a bunch of pressure in the cooling system. I could hear it bubbling out of the radiator cap. And I thought that there was cylinder pressure getting into the cooling system. So I was pretty sure that there was a head gasket issue. So I set up this little workbench here, started putting all the parts on it, trying to keep them somewhat organized. Got everything torn apart yet. I'm not going to go into that too much just yet. But I do still want to just talk about what I learned here. This engine had a lot of really nice parts in it, which kind of surprised me. It's not a 331. It's a stock displacement 302. Which, you know, it's fine, whatever, I don't care about that, but it is flat top pistons with 4 valve reliefs. You can see that. I'm pretty sure it's a roller cam. I don't know if Fords just have these or if that's only for the roller cams like in Chevys, but there's that. Actually, it wouldn't take long to pull those off, would it? Might do that real quick. I will say that I did find the issue with the motor, so that is great news. Let's set everything. Yeah, it is a roller cam. Cool. I have no idea what cam is in it, but she be a roller. She be rolling. So that's good to know. So yeah, started pulling everything apart, and the first thing I noticed was these headers did not seal up at all on the passenger side. I'm not really sure why, to be honest. But here is the driver's side. You can see a clear line of where the combustion is sealed up there. But this side tells a totally different story. It really needed like some MLS exhaust gaskets. These were just whatever ones the parts store had when I was replacing them. So that is good to know. But yeah, I think the MLS ones with like the ridge that goes around the port would probably be the way to go. All the rockers seemed great. I didn't think that would be an issue. All the push rods are straight, so we're all good there. The carburetor, I think, is not a blow-through carburetor. I had it apart the other day, checking the jets and everything, and checking to see if something was pinched, and I'm pretty sure that's just a standard. I think this was an 850 carb, but I think it's just a standard carburetor. It seems to work really well. It's just not a blow-through. And you can see on the turbo wheel here, the exhaust wheel, how sooty it is. This thing was running pig rich. Weird. Wonder why. So after that, pulled the intake off, and intake gasket seems fine. Doesn't seem like it's leaking anywhere. It's a good Victor Jr. intake. Everything looks fine there. Probably going to put this up for sale. After that, got the heads off. Heads are totally fine. Everything looks good. I don't see where there was anything like blowing out past it anywhere. Looks like it kept everything sealed, which is good. These are some really nice CNC ported heads. Like, here. Like, look at that. I looked these up. These heads, brand new, are $2,000. So, I'm going to be posting these on Marketplace soon. And then looking at the head gaskets, let's see. This is the passenger side here. Here we go. I was thinking, right here, I wasn't really sure if I did that pulling the head off, which I don't think I did, or if possibly that is our culprit for the cylinder pressure, or the coolant pressure. I mean, it really could be, but I'm not 100% sure because it looks like the ring itself was fine. It doesn't look like anything was escaping past that. So I don't really know. And then the gasket on the other side, all that looks fine too. Oh, I did notice on this one, there's some really weird, I don't know what kind of oil or grease or sealant or what this stuff is. Like you can see the regular engine oil all through here, but just on this side, there's almost like a trans gel in there, which I don't understand. I've never seen that before. I don't know if that's a Ford thing, because this is the first small block Ford engine I've torn apart in, probably 13 years. No, not that long. 10 years. 10 years was the last time I'd messed with a small block Ford. So I don't know if that's something they do. I don't know. Maybe one of you guys can enlighten me. But yeah, it's funny. I'll show you why it's funny. But just this morning, I came out here and messed with the car a little bit. Had it fired up. It was idling. I was playing with the downpipe because I thought the V-bands were still leaking, which they were. The V-bands off there are a little warped, so they were leaking a touch. And I ended up putting the dump pipe on it right there, and it sounded a lot better. But there was still like the exhaust tick. Obviously, it's from that gasket being completely blown out. But it sounded okay, which is really weird. But I was like, I think if I mess with this thing a little bit longer, put in the effort that I think it needs, this could be a really good car. So that's why I started tearing things apart. I was going to put new head gaskets in it. And then I pulled the head gaskets off, and I was like, doesn't really seem like an issue here. So I don't know. Let's keep looking at things. And I was looking at things, and I'm like, man, I don't see anything weird there. Yeah, all that looks fine. I was thinking maybe there was something with the China wall, or you know, something like that. But I was like, yeah, everything over here looks fine. Then I come over here, and I'm like, yeah, all this looks fine too. Everything looks. Oh, there's our problem. There. Huh. Would you look at that? Wild. So yeah, we broke a piston. Well, truth be told, I think the piston was probably already broke, but maybe not, which is the last thing I expected, because this thing made maybe 4.5, 5 pounds of boost when I was really getting on it, which is maybe it was already broke, and I don't know, maybe it was already cracked and we actually broke it. But I was looking at the exhaust wheel on the turbo, because there's nothing there, like the piece is just gone. So there's nothing in the cylinder wall, from what I've looked at so far, looks fine. So I was thinking it probably cracked. I'm imagining these are hyper-eutectic pistons, so maybe it just kind of like turned to sand and went through the exhaust. I looked at the exhaust wheel on the turbo, and that seems totally fine. So then I was like, well, odds are it went through the old turbo up there. I haven't looked at the exhaust wheel on that, but that's kind of my guess, is that it broke with the old turbo kit. So yeah, that's where we're at. We broke the motor a lot worse than I thought, which isn't the end of the world. It's, like I said, it's a stock displacement 302. So the piston would be easy to get, throw another one in it. I don't think I'm going to do that though. I think realistically what I'll probably do is get the engine pulled out and clean things up, and I might put the car up for sale as a roller, and let whoever buys it do what they want to it. And then I'm just going to sell some of the stuff, recoup some money, and on to the next one. But yeah, that is our carnage. So I thought it was kind of amusing that, like, as soon as I start to embrace the motor a little bit more, and I'm like, I'm gonna take care of this thing, it's broke. So I don't know, it's whatever. I'm not gonna put an LS in it. I don't want to put the it's a really good car. Like, it's got virtually no rust. There are some stupid things done to it here and there, but it's a 30-year-old car, so that's gonna happen. But I don't want to be the one to build it, as much as I absolutely adore Fox bodies, the last 2 times we were up at Mid-Michigan, there was literally like, just the last time with the RX-7, I bet there was 20 Fox bodies there. So it's like, I'd like to find something a little different. I know Starfire, but that's kind of where my head's at with it. I think I'm just going to, like I said, pull the motor out, clean things up, and put it up for sale as a roller. And probably put these heads online too. See if I can recoup some money. So there's the Mustang update. Had no intentions of this, but it's where we're at, so we're going to make the best of it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, clicking that bell. I'll see you next time.